So let me ask you, do you enjoy what you do for work? What do you think? Is that question relevant? I'll tell you what, my litmus test for enjoyment is, or at least what I do in life for work is, if I'm not having fun, I'm not around people I like, doing what I love to do, it's time to move on. I'm talking with a good friend of mine today. He moved his family to the Northeast to take a particular job. So we were catching up, chit chat, just a little bit to catch up on how everything's going. And at one point I said, so how's your job, man? I said, you moved up there. How is it? He said, Chris, I am working my dream job. I said, what specifically makes this your dream job? And he said, oh, that's easy. A couple of things. One, I'm doing my purpose. I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And I said, and number two, he said, I work around a fantastic team. And he says, there is one downside. I said, oh, what's that? And he goes, well, there is a 2-hour commute each way. And I said, oh my gosh, how many times a week are you going to the office? Are you working virtual? And he said, well, it was 3. Now I'm going 4 times a week. And I said, well, wait a minute. Let me understand. So you are working your purpose, doing what you're supposed to be doing. You work around a fantastic team of people, and yet there's a huge commute. And it sounds to me like the great things by far overwhelm the commute. He said, Chris, that's right. He said, in fact, I can't wait to get to the office, so I don't mind the commute. I said, it's almost like watching a super long movie and you get so into it that 3 hours of movie go just like that. Feeling about 15 minutes, you don't even have to get up and go to the bathroom. He kind of chuckled and he says, that's exactly right. I love that. It reminded me of a quote from Maya Angelou who says, nothing will work unless you do. It is up to all of us to architect the perfect job. Because you know what? Even if we're doing something kind of mundane, we make it special because we pick out the variables that we like. And then we enjoy our work. And when we don't, friends, it's time to move on.